Could be a touchy subject today. I want to talk about the one way that restoration business owners are hurting themselves most often. It's avoiding their numbers, like the plague. I did it myself, and so many restoration business owners that I talk to are doing the same thing today. They might be startups, they might be 6, 7, and in some cases 8-figure revenue restoration businesses. Ownership, avoiding the numbers. What can you do about it? I'm going to tell you, and I'm also going to tell you why it's so important to do something about it. In the meantime, if you don't know who I am, my name is Scott Miller. I'm the owner of thegrowthleague.com. I'm making videos like this for owners like you because I'm passionate about helping people to get more profitable, to reduce the chaos in their business, and to build something they can sell for a lot of money someday when they decide it's time to move on. This topic is so close to home for me because in 2005, when I started my business, I had exactly the same issue. I outsourced my bookkeeping to a trusted bookkeeper who I worked with in a previous job. She did an awesome job as far as I knew. The bills got paid on time, taxes, things like that. Everything was happening. In the beginning, it was fine. It was me, a helper. And then as I started to grow, a second tech, a third tech, a fourth tech, a salesperson, I started to tank, to be honest, in terms of profitability. And I didn't know why. And collections were tough. Cash flow was tough. Everything was tough. And I didn't know why because of the way we were recording our numbers. We weren't doing a very good job of it. So, I finally got to the point where I was so frustrated, I just couldn't take it anymore. I would lay in bed at night thinking about this. And finally it hit me like, I've got to take action. I've got to learn it. I'm avoiding it because I don't understand it. And because I don't understand it, it upsets me and makes me fearful. And I just had enough. So I took action. I started to learn. And I'm going to talk about that in the end of this video, a little bit more about what you can do to start taking action. But in the meantime, I want to demystify it a little bit for you. It's really not that complex. I didn't have any background. I had, I think, one accounting class in college, and to be honest, I don't think I retained anything. It certainly didn't help me with my restoration bookkeeping, not at all. So I didn't have any understanding and forced myself to learn. It's really not that tough. If you think about it, big picture, you're just organizing numbers. You create a holding place for all the numbers, all the different account names for your revenue, your cost of goods sold. That's all the variable expenses, the variable costs that go into the production of your work. And then your expenses, all your fixed overhead like rent, utilities, insurance, things like that. So to start, you just have to have a good organization system. And then to continue, you just have a disciplined approach to getting all the numbers into the right buckets. So, conceptually, I hope that demystifies it for you a bit. It's not complex. You have undoubtedly been through more complex things in your life, personally and professionally. I guarantee you. I would challenge you to undertake this and then tell me that this is the most challenging and complex thing that you've ever been through in your life. There's no way that's going to happen. It's just not that difficult. So the next part of this video is to tell you a little bit about why it's so important. A couple reasons. If you've got good data going in, you can get good, accurate reports coming out. Profit and loss statements. Profit and loss statements for the company, monthly. Profit and loss statements for every job, so that it's very easy to debrief at the end of a job and figure out what went well, what didn't go well, and make improvements. So get more profitable. That's one of the big reasons to do this. Get more profitable. The other thing is, at some point, you will probably want to sell the business. You'll either want to sell the business or you're going to pass it to the next generation. If you sell the business, this is critical. It's going to be really, really difficult to sell your business if your numbers are useless. Really. The other thing is, if you're passing it to the next generation, do you want them to go through what you're going through now? This idea of not knowing, not understanding the financials. It's just not a great place to be, right? So why would you want to pass that to the next generation? Those are the big reasons. And then finally, what can you do about it? What can you do to take action? What I did was, and it was a really long road, was talk with lots of people, meet with other restoration business owners all over the country, figure out what they were doing, take the best of all the different things that they were doing, and implement what I thought was best practices in my business. That's what I did. I've got a more simple way because I've figured this out in my business. One of the things that I help clients with all the time is getting their finances set up in a way that they can get accurate reporting on the other side. So one thing you could do is book a call with me. We'll have a chat. I'll get a better understanding of your situation. And then I'll give you a checklist that you can use to take action. And a lot of things you can do on your own, or you can do with your bookkeeper, you can do with your accountant. You don't have to hire me. But at the very least, you're going to come away from our call with a bit of a roadmap in terms of what you can do to start making progress in this area. And again, I think you're going to be surprised at how easy it is. All right, book a call, and I'll see you in the next video.